Boston, Massachusetts, the destination for the Nets. The rangy big man, Nick Claxton, he'll need to be locked in on both ends as they get ready for action in Boston. Nets, Celtics, up next. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here at the table with me, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And over on the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jaylen Brown.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
So the Nets starting five. They've got Traoré, also Demon out there, Nicholas Claxton out there with Michael Porter, and it's Minot in at the power forward position. And for the Celtics, the wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Vucevic is out there with Jason Tatum, and it's Pritchard in at the point. As we enter tonight's game, there is a clear favorite, RJ, in this one.
That's true. I can tell you something else. Underdogs do win, and they do hear all the noise, so let's let this game be decided on the court.
Now, here's Vucevic. Drills it from outside.
The ability to stretch the floor is such a dangerous weapon for Vuce and his team.
And Claxton throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard passes to Vucevic. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Out to the right wing. Here's Minot, guarded by Tatum. Pass to Demon. Just 5 to shoot. Nets passing it around. Fires away from outside. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And it's Demon missing. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform. The most with any of your teams.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed. It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just becomes harder to defend in there.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
And so Tatum nails them both.
We talk about Tatum's offense, and for good reason, but his play on the defensive end is really valuable for this team.
Pass to Minot. Here's Demon. Light covering, uses both hands to slam it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
No coverage that time.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Traoré, 11 points last game. And that one's good by Porter.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. And that one's good by Porter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Boston making some changes. Sam Hauser's checked in for Derek White, and it's Gonzalez in for Pritchard. And then for Brooklyn, Connie's checked in, and Zaire Williams is in for Traore. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Brown against Williams. Claxton with the steal. Here's Demon. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. And Claxton throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Demon. Inside. Here's Connie. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two.
Love the aggression from Brown. A tough cover for any defender out there.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
Let's get him.
First free throw is good.
Nice.
We've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
And Brown drops them both. Here's Saroff. 35 seconds left in the first. The kick out to Williams. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
That pass wandered off target. Can't lose focus on the little bitty things.
Mann's checked in for Saroff. So it's the Celtics now. They lead by 4. Outside Tatum. Launches it. Drains the three-pointer. Tatum's got 5 now.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to Williams. Crafty move. And Williams with the stuff.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics leading by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Williams is out there with Powell. Then it's Sharp, and it's Clowney in at the power forward. Garza gets the bucket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Clowney, good.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Celtics leading by 5. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. To the paint. Here's Garza. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Garza's got 4 points now in the quarter. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Derek White checked in for the Celtics. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, and a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Williams. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
White looking around. Queta, and he uses the glass on the layup. Queta's got his first points of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
Now Pritchard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Garza, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work in the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Porter, no luck.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Pritchard passes to Queta. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Traore. He's covered by Pritchard. Pass to Porter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Sharp, and Demon subbed in for Zaire Williams. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And defensively, man, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have versatile defenders to do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifled their opponent's three-point shooting.
Demon, that's good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Brown. Porter with a block.
Good work on the defensive end for Porter Jr. Timing things just right there to get the block.
Celtics leading by 7. Brown outside. Brown gets it done inside.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Brown against Porter. The three. Rebound, Boston. Gators got 6 rebounds in the game.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Here's the pick. And here's Tatum for 3. And they'll get another chance. Kicked away. And they're running. Here's Sorey. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here's White. Here's the drive. And the shot goes down. White's got his first 2 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You know, I think for Brooklyn, guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Boston Celtics.
They've made it fun to watch. Some of the best players in the world doing what they do best, Ernie.
Yeah, when everything clicks, it can be the most beautiful game on earth. 5 guys with one mission. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Brooklyn with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Claxton a screen on Pritchard. 4 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Claxton with the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
White the pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Nets trail by 9. And we hear a lot about 6'11" Nick Claxton's effect on defense. RJ, what's your opinion?
Well, it's not just his rim protection, but he can pop out and affect shots from mid-range. He guards multiple positions well, and his defensive versatility, oh, that's not easy to come by.
White, good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's the screen with the drive to the middle. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Down low, here's Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Nets trail by 8. And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. In third, the Nets.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Shot from the inbound. And that one, good.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed one shot in their first 5.
Pritchard with the ball. And it's Vucevic in the corner. The kick out to Brown. Tatum with a screen on Porter. Brown. And Brown throws it down.
Look, it can be simple. Read the defense, call the play. Brown can really do it all.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
And then cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Outside Tatum. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Good job by Tatum to exploit the space just outside the arc.
Pass to Minot. Here's Demon. They set the pick. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Brown.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Tatum setting the pick for Brown. Strong finish through the contact from Brown.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Here's Traore. He's covered by Pritchard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Sam Hauser's checked in for Derek White. Zaire Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. And Claxton, no good on that one. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Count it. Vucevic has got the lead up to 11 now for Boston.
Too easy for Vucevic. He feasts from these interior spots.
Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Here's Brown. Brown with a little floater.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Claxton against Vucevic. Pass to Traore. Here's Demon. Jacks up a 3. Claxton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Boston leading by 7. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Vucevic a screen on Williams. The 3 from Tatum. Good on the 3-point shot. Tatum's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Celtics. Here's Demon. He's got 9. And he converts the layup. Demon's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Surratt is out there at quarter. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wolf at the 3 spot. Clock at 6. Here's White. Bangs home the trifecta. White's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Celtics.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Right side Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Driving inside. Here's Clowney. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
There's the triple. They get it back. Hauser. No
Yee,
good that
come
time.
on.
Nets trail by 12. Here's Wolf. It's good from long range. Wolf got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Both teams will make substitutions. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Now here's Tatum. Brown right side. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Porter.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch. You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Vucevic setting the pick for Tatum. And get the 3. Nets trail by 7. Here's Claxton. Porter outside. Here's Traore. He's covered by Pritchard. Clock is at 3. Shot from 12. Does not go. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Tatum setting the pick for Pritchard. Here's Tatum. The basket is good.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Like, he is a sensational scorer. Like, yeah, we understand that. But when he gets into a rhythm...
Now Claxton. And he does not hit. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Brown, now Pritchard. Brown outside. From outside, Porter pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Now Brown, just 5 on the clock. And that one is good.
Superb focus there from Vooch, accepting the contact like a champ.
And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page.
What makes Vooch so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Brown feeling it out a bit. 50 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Another chance. Ooh, he laid it up and in.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 10.
They are Celtics Entertainment.
Three, good. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Richard with the ball. Puts up a deep three. Porter pulls it down.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
For three. Buries the deep ball.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Timeout called, the Nets. Porter fires. Rebounded by Brown. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
At the line for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Drained from outside. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Michael Porter Jr. First personal foul, 4th team foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Richard.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game, Allie.
Thanks, Jason. This team is on a roll. Plenty of energy on the sidelines. How much fun are you having out there?
Winning is fun. Hopefully we can keep it up. especially at home. You know, we don't want to let our fans down. We got the best fans in the league, and they give us all the energy in the world. So, you know, we appreciate them.
Doing it for the fans. Thanks, Jason.
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.